is my Ace Travel Mate. I have the specs for this on my website. No, actually I removed that, but they will be there. And this is the bootable USB stick. This is the Transcend one that I've just thrown. 4 gigs, you can see there, 4 gigs, if it focuses. You don't mind if you don't. But we're going to be using the basic input-output system, which is the BIOS, to boot off the USB stick. And to do this, all we need to do is make sure that first the netbook is powered down. We will plug in the USB into the USB port, turn on the netbook, or whatever you are using, and we're going to hit F12 to go into the BIOS. But since this is running Windows, it's actually just going to resume with what I'm doing, so I'm going to need to shut this down. I guess I'm going to power it back on again now that it's been shut down. And I'm going to press F2 to enter the BIOS. I'm going to go over to where it says boot. So your BIOS might be different to mine, but basically it says boot here, and I can change the settings. So it should say USB hard drive. If it doesn't, here I can select where, if it should be on advanced or not. So I can see the name of each device, but basically this is how it boots. It'll boot into the USB. If the USB is not there, it'll boot into the CD. If the CD is not there, it'll boot into the hard drive. So that's the way mine's set up. So if I just exit now and exit, discarding changes, and boot. So it should boot straight into the USB, but I think some of these USB ports are actually really defective because this is an old netbook, but we'll see how it goes. So if I press F12, I can actually enter the multi-boot selection, and you can see that there is the Jet Flash Transcend. So I enter that, it'll boot into Kali Linux, and if I click enter, it'll boot into the live distribution. So I'm just going to pause it because it takes a while. Here we are in Linux. This is running on the netbook. It's not virtualized or anything, it's completely running off that USB stick.